So I heavily believe that the Vanguard Total World Index is the ideal investment for most young investors, if not all. Reason I say this is because think about it. You're promoting diversification at a very young age. When you get the Vanguard Total World Index, you're getting exposure to 9,000 different fucking companies. Whoa! That level of diversification is enough protection, in my mind, from volatility. Now, look, you're still going to, of course, get the brunt end of volatility during a bear market. Like if a market crash happens, you can't avoid it. You can be as diversified as you want. You can still get 11%, 20% hit in your portfolio. But if you are smart about it, you can think of a bear market as a buying opportunity. I constantly buy from the bear. Most of my income during a bear market goes straight into investments, dividend investments mainly. But I also like pouring money into the VT, the Vanguard Total World Index. Like I said, 9,000 overall holdings, equal weight. What consists of those holdings? Well, 60% of the overall holdings within the Vanguard Total World Index Fund is U.S. stocks, the total U.S. stock market. 40% is emerging markets / international. So basically it's all international in the 40% one, but some of it's like emerging markets and some of it's existing ones. There's some exposure to China, which is totally fine, by the way, because I think you should have some exposure to China, even though there's been a massive sell-off. But yeah, the VT is a great buy on the dip. It's such a good buy on the dip because let's say the U.S. slows in growth, right? Well, let's say some international stocks go up, like in countries that are pretty well developed, stuff like that. It's interesting. It's kind of fun, but I still think the U.S. is going to continue to grow. I don't bet against the U.S., even though I feel like we are becoming a little more like China every day, which saddens me. But I constantly invest, I think, is the best thing one can recommend to everybody. I just want to say, hey, everybody, keep investing, stay intelligent. Just stay smart about it, man. There's so many good investments out there one can make. And well, first off, always invest in yourself, obviously, but having diversification through the Vanguard Total World Index is so worth it. And the expense ratio is only like, last time I checked, it's only like 0.07%. So whatever you put in, basically there's a little percentage, just a very tiny percentage of your money goes to keeping the fund alive, which is a small price to pay for that level of diversification. So especially when you can buy that level of diversification on an actual market dip. It's just so incredibly crazy. And I just think people have such a gambler's mentality to the overall market because it does fluctuate so much that they think of it like a gambling machine at a bloody casino. I wish people didn't think of it that way, but they do. And you just can't really get some people out of the gambler's mentality as much as you'd love to get them out of it. Outside of it, though, I really do hope more people invest in the Vanguard Total World Index. I think it's the best investment for young investors. If you're young, I mean, sure, you have a lot of time ahead of you, but there's no better time to invest than when you're young. If you're about 18 to 25, look, if you're still living with your parents at the age of 18, 19, or 20, that's a good thing. That actually surprisingly would be a good thing. And if you're working, that's even better. So while you're working, let your parents know that, hey, instead of me paying rent, I would like to actually put money into my brokerage account, my Robinhood, my TD Ameritrade, whatever brokerage account you guys choose. It's all the same, in my opinion. As long as it's no commission fees, that's a lot easier. But yeah, honestly, just keep investing. There's just what are you going to do with that money? You going to buy a new pair of gay shoes that you're going to throw out in 2 weeks? Seriously, just invest. Like I thought about all the money I wasted when I was 20, 21. I could have been easily investing at that age. And if I would have just focused more on investing at a younger age and just kept doing it up until now, I'd be retired. Like it's so funny. If you obsess over certain things that'll give you an advantage in this life, you end up winning. Like, the thing is, you just got to obsess over the right shit. Like, for instance, if you're obsessing over drugs, then you're not going to win, obviously. But if you're obsessing over investing, if you're obsessing over your own education and gaining skills and being charitable, not only are you going to win, other people around you win. See, the thing is, I don't do this all for me. At the end of the day, I'm creating generational wealth. And that's the point. The whole point is generational wealth through asset accumulation. Because and a living will is the ideal solution. Because I want to make it to where my future children, whether it's one kid, whether it's multiple, doesn't have to scrape and cry, to get anywhere in life. I want to make it to where if I'm not in the picture, if I'm gone, like for instance, I'm just make sure that I'm involved in my own kid's life, obviously, but I want to make it to where, they're always financially sound and they don't have to worry about it, and maybe that'll make him a spoiled brat. I don't know, but I'd rather at least know my child's protected, because the world's not exactly safe. Nothing's really safe, but dangers aren't always around us. You don't always want to be paranoid, but you always should keep your eyes on the prize. But I don't know. But I do this because I want to help. I want to help as many people as I can. And if I can financially educate the world, I'll do it. I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I'll do what I can. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this crazy video. Invest in the Vanguard Total World Index if you're really young, because that level of diversification is really a beautiful thing. And it gives you so much exposure to great companies. And if you keep investing in it, you're going to thank me later. And especially if the market crashes even more, buy more of it. Just buy more. It's just, you're getting a ton of great companies at a discounted rate. Why the hell not? Why the hell not is all I got to say. So keep in mind, diversification through an entire portfolio is a form of power. I don't care what anybody says. My mentor, Warren Buffett, would disagree with me on this, but I say buy on the dip, man. Buy excessively on the dip for the VT and call it good. Anyway, thank you guys for taking the time to view this, and have an incredible, sexy rest of the day. Later, folks.